Come and get me, baby.
There are things that should have been left unsaid. Have you noticed that there are some sensitive topics that could cause some conflicts when discussed? These issues can make you regret what you said after you talked about them. Oftentimes it will be too late to realize that you have lost someone's interest just because you did not watch your mouth. When attracting and seducing women, we should be tactful with what we said, in order to avoid offending the ladies unnecessarily. You can only talk about these sensitive issues with a girl when you are asked directly. There are a lot of fun things to talk about with a girl, so you can save these sensitive subjects at the bottom of your list. Some of these issues are too deep that it could make someone who talks about it uncomfortable. So avoid discussing these issues with the ladies. Here are the topics that you should not talk about with a girl. 1. Your ex-girlfriend. Past is past. You have to get over your ex-girlfriend before you can start a new relationship with another girl. When you talk about your ex-girlfriend, the new girl might think that you have not yet moved on. She might think twice before she will give in to you. Seize the current moment that you are in. Break the ice with your sense of humor and seduce her as you please. Find some uplifting topics to talk about and keep the sexual tensions rising. 2. Bad breakups in the past. Terminating a relationship is not a good experience. There is no way around it. Just mentioning the name of her boyfriend could trigger an emotional breakdown to a girl. It is safe to say that the discussion will not end well. If she happens to mention it, you can just politely dismiss it, and then you can move on to another interesting topic. Don't dwell on this topic, because it will not go in your favor. You can practice multiple threading several stimulating issues in order to keep the conversation interesting. 3. Their insecurities. All of us have some inadequacies, and that includes women. They are so self-conscious about their looks. They have this mental image of a perfect woman that is impossible for them to meet. As a result, their self-esteem will be low. As an alpha male, you can give her some backhanded compliments in order for her to see the good qualities that she possesses. Recognize her unwanted characteristics, but don't be judgmental. Playfully tease her a bit, but don't drown her with flatteries. Women tend to give in to someone who can make them feel good about themselves. 4. Her ex-boyfriend. You have no idea if the girl went through a bad breakup or not. It would take a lot of research. If you dwell on that, then you are at risk of being a stalker. As an alpha male, it is important that you keep an abundance mentality. There are a lot of beautiful girls in the world, and you are the catch. Some girls may experience a very bad breakup with their ex-boyfriends, and they may not feel comfortable discussing that sensitive issue. If you choose to pursue this unwanted subject, then you are putting yourself at risk to be stuck in the friend zone. Help her forget about the past. Be her present and future. 5. Her problems. When attracting and seducing women, it is important to remember that you are giving the girls some alternatives to the boring and problematic life that they have. You can serve as their getaway, as a way to escape her worries. Take her to a world of fantasy, where she is the horny princess and you are the naughty prince. You may choose to help her solve her problems, but you don't really need to. You are her escape from her worries and anxieties. If you manage to do so, then you are doing it right. 6. Your private details. Meeting with women is like talking to strangers. When we were young, we are taught to avoid strangers. Seeing someone unfamiliar could trigger our panic mode. Remember that the ladies that you have met are still counted as strangers. who knows what they have in mind. It is a good practice not to reveal too much personal information during the initial encounter. Keep the conversation light and casual. If you like what you see, and if you perceive that the lady is safe, then you can give her some more interesting information. 7. Hate statements about women. Do you have any bad experience with women before? Have you developed any hatred towards women since that experience? I would like to remind you that not all women are bad. There are still some women who still values faithfulness and loyalty. When you make misogynistic statements towards women, the ladies will feel uneasy being around you. Yes, some women may have hurt you in the past, but you don't have to close your door. Keep your doors open for some lovely ladies who can meet your standards. 8. Your bedroom conquests. If you happen to have a lot of bedroom conquests in your dating resume, then better keep them to yourself. Your fate has blessed you with the gift of seduction. However, the girl will get cautious about you. The ladies have been trying to avoid players, but they oftentimes fell for one. Time and time again. If getting intimate with women makes you feel empowered, you can keep a diary of your bedroom conquests. You don't have to brag about it. 9. Deviant sex behaviors. Most women are comfortable with the usual sexual routines. Most types of women that I encounter are not comfortable with perverted sexual practices such as fetishes. Before introducing this topic to a girl, you should feel her out first. Gauge her level of openness to try something new. Adventurous women are very open to this kind of stuff. It is a matter of how you present it to them. 10. Boastful statements about yourself. You have to admit it. Most of us are not comfortable to be with someone who is so full of himself. A braggart can really annoy us. The girls will feel the same way if you keep on bragging about your achievements. Stay humble. Give the ladies some hint of your accomplishments with your stories and how you carry yourself. Remember to show but don't necessarily tell. Part of attracting and seducing women is being tactful. As an alpha male, you should learn how to respect other people's comfort level. When you are meeting acquaintances, you don't need to reveal too much information too soon. You can save some part of you for later. You can give hints in order to make the conversation with the girl more interesting. Sprinkle some mystery into your personality so that girls will be curious about you. As we all know, curiosity kills a cat. Use this concept to your advantage. Don't work against it. There are a lot of interesting topics under the sun, so pick the subjects that are interesting and stimulating. When talking with women, remember to keep the conversation light and casual. You can go deeper later on,